Happy Monday, perps. As you can tell, I'm not sounding so happy. I'm here wondering if God is just testing me this year. I don't know. And I promise you, I'm doing everything possible on my end to be a good person, do the right things. But it's like the harder I work towards something, the more effort I put into it and the more positive I'm being, it's doing the complete opposite. The amount of stress and pressure I am under right now is beyond any normal person what they can handle. I don't want to say there's no way things could get worse, because with the way things are going, things just keep getting worse. I cannot take any more. I thought I gave up, but I'm still being pushed. There's so much things going on in my life right now, like I can't even tell you half of them, because half of them are like personal or they're private, like within my family or myself. But like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry I had to turn on the camera and do that, but I'm trying to do this Vlogtober and I don't want to get on camera and you see my energy is low. There's a reason, because most times, like when I'm in a bad mood or something's going on, like I push through. But like this is not normal for one person. This is not normal for one person. If anybody was in my shoes, especially if it was like a Christian who wasn't a God believer, they would have been given up like on life. I promise you. That's like how bad things are right now. And I have a doctor's appointment to go to in a few. I'm leaving work early to go to the doctor's appointment. I've been having some issues for the past few months with like some of the chest bones in my chest hurting me. And then it started going away, and then it comes back, and then it goes away, and then it comes back. So I have to get that checked out. I also want to find out if I have some type of allergy. To be honest with you, this issue is the least of my concerns compared to everything else I'm going through right now. You guys, please pray for me. Please pray for me and pray for my family. I'm like wondering if I did something wrong or if this is all the devil. Like I don't even know. Like I don't even know. But I am losing my mind. And I've never gone on camera and told you, like, I've never been like this before. Again, just pray for me, guys. I'm at my appointment now. Why does the doctor's scale always tell you you're like 10 pounds heavier than your home scale? Even when I check my weight at the grocery store, it's the same weight as my home scale, but the doctor's office is like always like 6 or 7 pounds off. Why though? Does anybody else experience that too? I'd be playing with your emotions. I need to put on mascara. So I'm just leaving my doctor's appointment. The doctors were super nice. It was a resident and then the doctor. They're both so sweet. And oh my gosh. Okay, so when I first went in there and the lady, I guess she's the nurse or the assistant, she took my pulse right before she took my blood pressure, and when she took my pulse, she's like, oh, it's a little low. And then I start freaking out and I start getting so nervous and stuff. So then afterwards she took my blood pressure and my blood pressure was through the roof, and then she's like, well, your blood pressure is high. And I was like, well, I'm like, I get nervous when I come to appointments like this, but really I was nervous because she just told me my pulse was low. Like, why would you tell me that and then have me start freaking out? So now like my blood pressure is through the roof. If you guys don't know me, usually my blood pressure is extremely low. I have low blood pressure. It's the reason why I'm always so cold. I'm always cold like 24/7. Right now I'm sitting in the car. It's like 90 degrees outside and the AC is off. So that will tell you, give you an idea of just like how low my blood pressure is. But it was like high in that moment and stuff.
So when they asked me, like when the doctor came in, they were asking like, they're like, wow, your blood pressure is a little high. I think it was like at 149. I was like, yeah, it was high. The lady kind of scared me with when she said that my pulse rate was low, which, mind you, is always low. I always have low pulse rate, so I'm not entirely sure why I got so nervous when she said it, but it's low. I have it on my watch. Like, I traditionally always have low pulse, because before the pandemic hit, I was like very, very, very active. I was always on the treadmill. I was always exercising 6-7 days a week, and I did hard cardio. And even in the off season, like I run or I speed walk and stuff like that. So I've always had a low pulse. So I don't know why I freaked out when she said that. I guess I wasn't thinking, or I was already stressed out with everything else going on, and then on top of that, I was just like, but then after I calmed down, I'm like, Tiffany, why are you tripping? Why are you so worried about it? You know, like, you know your body, you know? So so basically they were saying like they're going to take tests and stuff like that. They were saying, like, they were asking if I ever had an EKG, and I told them, yeah, I did have an EKG, and they did check my heart and everything when I had the vertigo. Like, the last serious episode I had was like 2 years ago, like a year and a half ago. But when I went to the urgent care with it, they checked it and they said my heart is healthy. It's always, I've had my heart checked so many times throughout the years, and they always said that I have a very healthy heart, so that wasn't a concern. But they still wanted to take thing. I'm like, you really don't have to. I know the chest pain and whatever has nothing to do with the heart. Like, it feels like it's like in the bone. It's like in the bone. So they said it was in the bone, so they still wanted to check my level. So I have to go in to get my blood work done, which I have to get it done sooner. I wasn't thinking, but the times that they gave me, some of the days is gonna be on my honeymoon that I have to get it done, because I have to get it done a week before I go to the appointment. But they want me to have my vitamin B levels tested and my folate tested. In the meantime, they want me to take calcium. They said I have a history of anemia, which I know I'm familiar with, because I have never been diagnosed. I've never been properly diagnosed for thalassemia, anemia, but I either have that or the trait. I have the full-on disease of the trait, so it doesn't surprise me. But they still want to get my iron checked, some other stuff. But whole moral of the story is that they think that I have chondritis. It's like inflammation, the cartilage and stuff like that, because they were asking like on like a level of 1 to 10, like how bad is the pain. It's only like 4. Like, the only time I really feel is if I'm like reaching down somewhere, like bending over or something, or if someone like hugs me a little too tight. That's like really the only time I feel it, and it's not like extremely painful. It's like, I told her it was like a 4, so they're thinking that's what it is. So they're gonna do like a bone density test. I don't know how you do that, and that's it. Oh, also they said that I'm gonna probably have to start getting a mammogram earlier, like younger than most people, because of my family history and stuff. So I have to get that done too before the next appointment. So yeah, I think that's it. I am a little stressed out. Not a little, I'm very stressed out, but I'm gonna go home and do something that makes me happy right now, because like, this is not working for me. This is not working for me. Even that, I was like a hot mess at this doctor's appointment. I hate to be that way, because I'm supposed to be a God-fearing woman who's full of faith and stuff like that, but just because everything else has been going bad, like I walked up in there expecting the same thing, like I was just gonna get the worst news in the world. They didn't really give me much news. They gave me an idea of what may be going on, but that's about it. So yeah, so chondritis, inflammation, probably like in the cartilage of my chest, and that's probably why I feel it sometimes, not all the time, and when I'm doing certain motions and stuff. But it's nothing serious. She said If that is the case, all I can have, I can take like ibuprofen and stuff. Like, I feel like that's not necessary for me to be taking ibuprofen and stuff, or is it? I don't know. I'll see if I can find other natural remedies that might help. But yeah, I'm on my way home, and thank you for listening to me in my spiel, and I will catch you later. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, they basically talked me out of getting an allergy test. I knew that was gonna happen. So I'm still gonna get a food allergy test from someone. I'm just not gonna get a referral from them. So I need to get this. I need the food allergy test like ASAP. So I'm gonna do that sooner rather than later. And I noticed they didn't charge me. I wonder why they didn't charge me a co-payment. Should I be questioning it, or am I just gonna get the bill later? It's back on 132. So that's how off their scale is. They always add on like 5 or 6 pounds. That was a 5-pound difference from my real weight. And I know my home scale is accurate because I have another